Over the years here at Bill Dance Outdoors, we've shown you many different shows and different presentations on fishing America's #1 versatile bass lure, the spinnerbait. Now, the key reason it's so versatile is because it can be used almost anytime, anywhere, at any depth, and at any water temperature or water clarity. And it's the type of bait that will produce under the most adverse conditions. Alrighty, of all the sizes, styles, colors, combinations, and presentations that can be used, well, what I'd like to do today is show you my favorite of all spinnerbaits and one of my favorite techniques in using it when bass are fairly inactive. If someone said I could only have one lure to fish for a year, what would it be? Well, you just looked at it. Now, I'm not saying this is my favorite lure. What I am saying, it's one of my favorite of all the spinnerbaits. There are other super lures that rank mighty high, and I classify them as favorites. But that's something we can discuss at a later date. Today, we're going to talk about this one right here and how we fish it on the bottom in slightly stained water. As I said earlier, spinnerbaits come in a wide variety of colors, styles, and sizes with a variety of blade combinations. And believe me, all have their place. You should always use one you have a lot of confidence in. And in this situation, I couldn't be using anything better. Or yes, he hit it just falling perfect. Just doop. There it comes. Oh, buddy. You calm down here. Slide up here. Slide up here. Fatty. A fat one. So why have I selected the lure that I'm using today? Well, it's pretty simple. Other lures like a jig or worm would not be good in this situation simply because of the water clarity. They would be great in clear water, but here we have off-colored water. True, these lures are slow presentation baits, but they're also contact lures, meaning they have to be seen in order to be hit, and they have practically no vibration. On the other hand, a crankbait does produce good vibration, but it's also not practical because it's a much faster lure than the fish prefer at this time, and it's more difficult to control at the depth where these particular bass are. These are just more reasons why the spinnerbait is so versatile. The bass we're catching are not all that active, so they're not going to chase a bait. Fishing this bait fast would be a waste of time. It must also be worked slow because the fish need time to locate it after they detect the sound. Come here, you little rascal. As stated earlier, the spinnerbait is one of my year-round lures, and one that'll be yours too if you just fish it. And I'll go into more detail on how and why to fish a spinnerbait in my next tip. So I hope you'll join me. Until next time, you catch a lot of fish, keep what you can use, and release the rest. We'll see you later.